Ricky.
Copy.
Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Tony, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
And don't forget about Shad Biffle and Rob Weigold over there. What's happening?
Can't forget about us.
Whole gang's here.
Weather warmed up a bit.
Do what?
Where are you at?
Glad the weather warmed up a bit. It's going to be up in the mid-60s tomorrow.
I know it went from. Now I don't know if you got snow. We got about 3 inches of snow yesterday. Yeah, and it was cold.
What, Sunday?
You're gonna get more.
No, we're not. It's done.
Yes, you are.
We're getting one more, please.
We don't want any. I don't want any.
If you
It's
notice,
been raining here all day. So
the next 2 days we're supposed to be hitting 50, and then Saturday comes and it's like a high of 30 and low in the teens, and same thing Sunday. Then it goes back up, and then the extended forecast shows right before you get to Friday, because next week will also be in the 50s. It drops again right in time for the weekend.
Right in time for spring.
Like,
Yeah.
This is March Madness. We knew. I mean,
well, like I said, we're seeing a lot of, like, up north, it's snowing. Like, they had all kinds of pictures today of it snowing. It was like big giant flakes.
Arizona
falling.
really got a winter.
Yeah, so did California.
Got winter.
Yeah, California got quite the winter too.
Yeah, they ain't gonna say nothing about no freak. What the hell they call it?
The drought.
Yeah, the drought. They're not gonna go say nothing about that no more. Now they're already griping because they got
Still
too.
saying drought.
Now they said they got too much water.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it all flows to the ocean. Hello.
Maybe Hoover Dam will fill back up.
You think, right?
Lake Mead.
Oh yeah. All that.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to look up to see if they have any more articles about it. But yeah,
Not about
sure.
that lake, but they did say a landlocked, dried up lake in California is filled up with water, and the first time in over 100 plus years.
Well, let's see. Good things have come from it.
That's a good.
Well, it doesn't matter. California will just flush it out the way, and then say,
Our reservoirs in San Diego County are 148% over capacity. So we're not too worried about a drought down there. And we haven't really, to be honest. It was majority of the state that was in a drought.
no,
Yeah,
y'all
never
just
been
like
done.
taken from Arizona is all.
Yeah.
Their water.
Crazy. Just crazy. Crazy year.
Well, Arizona should have some water now with all the snow and.
You
all
got
that
rain again. Rain again today.
Yeah.
No, it's still raining.
Oh,
It
it's
has
still
not-
raining.
Yes, it's still raining.
See? You went from complaining you can't get no water to more water than you know what to do with, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry, soon you'll be able to dry wash.
Yeah, around July.
I know.
Oh, as long as, like I said, as long as we can run that big giant sluice we got,
There
we'll
you
run it.
go.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as the water gets down enough where you can, right?
So how has it been mining, you guys?
I don't know. We've been cutting down a trailer.
Yeah.
Well, have you-
Yeah, there's no way of getting across the river right now. It's roads, and
Wow.
it's very murky. Chocolate.
Yeah,
So-
you don't play when it's murky, that's for sure.
Chocolate
Yeah,
milk.
it's just like silty stuff, man. You gets crap.
Right.
And plus, we had a few days of 70+ degree temps, so up north, a lot of that snow started melting quickly.
Yeah.
It's coming down fast.
Gotcha. Crazy,
But
dude.
if it runs an extra 2 months this year, though, heck, why not? You know,
Yeah.
be out there, classify it, carry the buckets down, run them through there real quick.
Yeah, as long as you can. You might as well take advantage of that water.
Yeah.
I have.
I mean, me, if I actually, well, I don't know if I could take the whole thing down there, but I mean, if the water got low enough, I'd feel safe walking across with a motor and so much hose and my high banker, we'd be doing that.
Oh yeah, that's what you
That way
should.
we wouldn't have to carry buckets, nothing. We just dump them right in. Kaboom.
That's what you need to be doing. Running that
All
high.
right.
I told you that a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, but the place we walk down, Rich, is like big enough for just us to walk through.
Right.
It's not like it's just I can't throw it on my shoulder and just not get caught up in something down through there. I'm telling you. Tree limbs, bushes, everything's got thorns.
But when the water was low enough, you could have got it up there.
Yeah, that's why I said if we knew we had this much water, I would have pre-prepared.
You could have did it before. Why wait now?
What?
You could have did it before.
Yeah, when the creek was dry.
Ah.
If I know you were going to get this much rain and I could have took it out there and hit it, I would have it on the claim now. You got to remember, if somebody finds a $5,000 piece of machinery there, it's not like they're like, well, I'll just come back tonight and get that. Yeah. You know, you got to watch what you leave out there.
Well, if you can't cross the creek, they can't either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking like in the dry times before the creek actually runs, if we have it stashed out there, if somebody sees it.
Well, why didn't you install a zip line though?
Okay, give us the money, buddy.
Yeah, we have so many trees out here there, Chad.
You got that one cliff you could, get down. I don't know how you get back.
Pole.
But
Put
figure
up
it
a
out.
big pole.
Yeah. Well, you could have built a bridge by now.
You'd be flying through a zip line from that ridge. I mean, that thing would be smoking when you hit the sand.
Maybe a hood alert
Video
if
to me.
Get across quick. Jeez.
25 foot.
Crazy. No mining.
Yeah, that's a 60.
So what have
But
you guys
that's
been up
good.
to? I mean, we missed last week. We were flying home from Texas.
Yep. See, let's see. I'm working. Rich is working. Dennis is working. Scott.
I think last week we saw Yeah, last week we had rain.
It was nice in Texas. It was nice and humid.
Oh, yeah, but it's
Well,
probably
it
still
did
felt
cool down
nice.
after we left. They were in the low 50s.
Yeah, I bet it still felt nice to get some.
It was 82 when
We
we were
didn't
down
see
there.
Oh, yeah. What?
We did not see the sun.
It was
Oh,
cloudy.
It was
Yeah.
like weird, cloudy, but
Huh?
humid. It was weird.
It was
Oh,
so
wow.
It wasn't that pretty.
Should have went fishing.
Well, I had to work, but
working.
Yeah.
I had to volunteer at the food bank.
Oh, that's right. You
How did
did.
that work out?
Yeah.
Volunteer.
How'd it go?
Well, I did the curbside, and I didn't know what that entailed. So when I showed up, it was basically I had to fill up these carts with the food that everybody people from the warehouse would stack up,
Right.
and then you had to wheel the carts out to these stations, and there was a certain amount of food that you had to put on each cart, and then as the cars drove up, they had either a 1 or a 2 like written on their windshield. They either got 1 cart or they got 2 carts of food. So if you saw the 2 carts, you really had to scramble. But the 1 cart, you would pull up and then put all the food in their car, and then go back and have to refill the carts. But 2 carts, that really kicked your butt. But I was a sweaty mess.
Dad, you didn't have to do it.
No. I was my area. I do other things. And,
Air conditioning all day.
I had to work all day. No, her area. It was.
Team bonding
Yeah.
experience.
I was there for other reasons. She had an offsite of a
Yeah.
bunch of all the team
Yeah.
getting together. So that's one thing. The company we can't really say, but
Right.
obviously, but for rules, but it's a big thing they do.
Yeah.
In the community in San Antonio. It doesn't take a rocket science to look up and figure out who that company is. But great company.
So it was 3 hours of doing that in the humidity. So my hair was like, I was just drenched. I was just drenched in sweat. And then I had to go back into the office and
Oh,
work.
geez. Really?
And
Well,
you get
not
cold.
work. I had meetings in the afternoon to meet with my
And you get cold because you're sweating.
Yeah.
I had to meet with my business partners, and I was just a really greedy.
Well, hopefully they had to do that too then. They did not.
but they knew because I had that goofy looking t-shirt on, so they knew
Oh, Gotcha.
But it was good. I mean, I felt really good about it. And
Good.
they actually have people in the community who also show up at that food bank and work along with you. So it was actually spring break in Texas. So I saw a lot of teenagers who showed up on their spring break.
Really?
Neat.
Oh,
And I
that's
got to
good.
talk to some of the kids there, and they were laughing at us because we were old and trying to push carts of food around.
I can't pick up this box.
Yeah, they're laughing at us old people, but you know, it was I felt good about it.
They're like,
How
wait.
many rich cars did you have to load up?
Rich cars.
No,
You know, that's just
they
BMW,
were not rich
Mercedes.
cars. These people really needed it, and there's a lot of you know, needy people that
Sure.
that really need that, and they have a lot. This food bank is huge.
Right.
They have a lot of good donations from.
Well, that's a good thing you guys did. Yeah.
I've never done anything like that, so it was.
I'm just saying some
cool.
people use a system that shouldn't be. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Always going to be people.
Well, there's always that, but yeah, you'd be surprised with these programs. So
There's still a lot of people out there that really need it. So that was
I
a
see
good,
people around
good
Phoenix at the
thing.
food bank. I'm like, hey, you don't need to be at no food bank with a car. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Get
I
out
did
of
not
here.
see any luxury cars. Let's just say that.
Don't
I
be
saw some
upset.
interesting cars, but I did not see any luxury cars.
Ah, very cool. Oh, hey, they did a good thing. That's awesome. See? Makes you
Pass it
feel
on.
better. Warms your heart, don't it?
I will say, actually, South Texas is very generous. Like, it's part of the whole culture.
Oh yeah.
Like the hunters, there's actually programs where
Food bank, you can hunt, and they would have those.
yeah, you can hunt and donate all the meat to whether it's the food bank or to other
Ain't
places.
happening.
I know Rich is like, no, he's a hoarder, man.
More meat.
Well, it's still nice because you can also volunteer if
Go get your own.
donated, and you can volunteer and help butcher them and everything. It's
Oh,
like,
see, Rich, you can help.
there you
butcher.
go. You could. There's your good, not your meat.
I can help butcher, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know.
You could go help butcher.
Ain't getting my deer. Somebody else's deer, yeah, I'll cut up. But
Yeah, see, you just go and help cut up deer for a day.
I
or
get
two.
my deer.
That'd be cool.
But yeah,
See? Awesome.
I
guys.
thought that was cool.
That is cool. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with doing that.
No.
Way to go.
I reckon.
Scott, you should do that. I mean, you should go volunteer at the food bank.
He probably never
You
even
could
got
butcher
it.
a donkey.
Yeah.
There you go, barbecue donkey.
Right? Rotisserie.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to hear about the donkey derby. I wonder.
Yeah,
Oh,
how
yeah,
was
that's
it, man?
right. The donkey
Yeah.
derby.
Wonder
We didn't see it.
did Scott
What?
himself attend?
We
No.
didn't see nothing.
Nobody in town knew anything about it.
Nope. I looked down at the ranch. I didn't see nothing.
So, do you think it even happened?
I don't think so because of the creek, but I don't know.
No, I'm gonna do. I didn't have time to look it up this time, but next week I probably will.
So
I'm gonna
we'll
see
see.
who won the donkey derby. We'll have some pictures, I'm sure.
Well, like there was a big hoedown that's supposed to be out here at the ranch. It got canceled because of the high flood waters, and they got to go across the Black Canyon Creek trail, which goes right across my claim. So I know that water's deep.
Well, and I know the Salt River running through Phoenix actually has water in it.
Well, it does now for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, it just
Yeah.
happened this past weekend, so
Yeah.
You're probably
I'll have to
right.
look. Yeah.
Probably got postponed.
It might have, yeah. So there still might be a chance that you can get in on it.
But there was a couple weeks before.
Derby.
A couple weeks before, you guys didn't even hear about it in town, though. You said,
Yeah.
No, we
That's
still
so
haven't heard
weird.
anybody knowing about it. And
So
we've asked some of
weird.
the horse guys in town. They go, "Donkey Derby, what?" I'm like,
It's
"Okay,
a
never
big
mind."
deal. Well, see that maybe they need to tune into Gold Prospectors Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they know.
Yeah.
And hear all about it.
It's
We
so
don't
big,
even get
nobody
paid
knows
to
about it around
sponsor
here.
them.
Right. And we must be the only people talking about it.
Probably. Nobody
the
talking
ranch-
about it.
We must be.
The ranch that's actually puts that function on, they do a lot of different functions through the year, but nobody's heard about the Donkey Derby, man.
Wow.
See,
They
last year
have a
they had
Facebook
posted,
page.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
did.
they posted advertisements last year in town and at the
Well,
local
I will
eatery.
look to see who won.
Yeah. Or if it might have been
You
canceled.
never know. They may be banned on Facebook like me again.
Chad's
Yeah.
banned for 3 more months.
And it's all for the same damn picture 2 years ago.
The
All right. I get this notice, Chad, you violated our policy on sharing intimate photos. And I'm like, when did I share? Oh, it's Hunter Biden.
Wearing
You know?
a turban or something.
Again, I just came off of the one for that same one. Now they hit me again for another 90 because I kept sharing it, I guess. I thought it was funny.
That is kind of funny.
But yeah, so I can't really post much. I can't participate in many things. I can comment on a few.
And I'm afraid I might be guilty by association.
Pretty much.
I get you too.
I don't know. Like I tag them on stuff, and I think like all my advertisements for my business doesn't get any traction because of it.
Ah.
Not bad.
Good
I'm
day.
thinking so.
Facebook's got their eye on you.
I just write them back and said, "Hey, idiot! I shared it from your stuff. This was suggested to
I'm
me."
flagged as well.
Hey,
Bummer.
just an
Bummer.
extremist. But you know what I've been having my eye on lately?
What's that?
Gold.
Some gold prices. You know it. Man, you know, though I won't lie, I figured they'd be with all the hysteria with the global banking system that they would have shot up more than they did.
No.
But gold's up 1938 at $1,921.72.
Ooh. Dang.
Silver bounced back up. It's at $21.81. I was surprised this though. Platinum actually went down. It's at $963.10. Oh yeah, I'll do ruthenium.
What in the world? It took off.
So ruthenium was it took off by $5. What are you looking at? So
Skyrocket.
it went from 460 to 465. But if you look at the chart, it's like you know, because it never moves. It went up $5. Iridium is at 4,700. Now palladium, that one actually fell just like platinum. It's down to $1,466.10.
Ah.
So it's now lower than gold. And for the longest time, it was actually almost double gold.
Wow.
So
It's
maybe try some
amazing.
palladium for fun. Don't know what you do with it, but we should.
Right.
Now, rhodium, the one that's always been pretty constant and with minimal changes, has actually been going all over the place.
It's
It went down again another 100 at $9,300.
Holy cow. That just
Yeah.
keeps dropping.
And I think that's the lowest it's been in a while.
I bet. I don't remember it ever being that low since
Well,
you've been
really?
covering it.
Let me go back to a 1 year.
March 1st.
Yeah, we're at the lowest in at least over a year. In a 5-year look back,
$2,000.
it's nosediving. I mean, think about it. It got up to $29,500.
Right. Right.
That was in April of 2021. That
Okay.
was the peak.
What'd you say rhodium was?
Like right now, 9,300.
Okay, mine's showing 10 grand at closing time today, but
Yeah, it might have. Well, you're probably looking at the asking price. I'm sure it's 10 grand. Yeah.
no, it's the market price.
market.
It's New York
Okay.
spot price.
I don't know which
I
site.
get on my
We're not
shelf
doing
there.
this again, okay? We're not going to argue about which site.
We do this a few weeks.
We're not
Hey,
doing
man.
this again.
They take when it's closed. They put about bing. There's the numbers. I don't know how
There's
much
the-
what price your guys.
But still, think about it.
in China something.
At its height, in just what 2 years ago, it was $20,000 more than what it's sitting at now.
No way.
It was at 29,500.
Oh wow.
And now it's all the way at 10,000. Now the lowest it's been going back 5 years is like $1,600. So think about around gold prices.
That's crazy.
5 years?
Yeah, that was 5 years ago. And then it just in 2020 at the pandemic, right at the pandemic's when it took off. So I wonder if it had a lot to do with the machinery for the medical devices.
Can
Like,
you imagine can you imagine getting in for 1,600 with like, okay, I'll just give you 10 grand, and all of a sudden, 2 years later, it's like $65,000 a share.
I know. Well, it's like all the Bitcoin fanatics that bought low. It shot up to 60,000, and a lot of them never cashed out. Now it's back down in the $24,229.
And it's going to go lower.
Hey, I'm actually surprised it went back up with everything, but yeah, it's kind of cooling back down again.
Yep.
But I don't know.
Gonna make it.
Well, it's crypto, man. They're trying to keep all that stuff in circulation as long as they can because all this other stuff happened.
True.
Didn't they get bailed out?
It'll keep on
Not the
keeping
crypto.
on.
Everybody that was fired got bonuses before they left. Amazing.
Well, okay, isn't that interesting? Like, well, I will say this: a lot of the financial institutions, they have a set period every fiscal year of when bonuses are paid out for the prior.
But they calculate it back in like October.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
not.
but I mean, they
that
get a
part,
bonus
that
and then
part doesn't
okay,
shock me.
that's it.
Right? That's normal banking operations. What shocked me is the CEO and a couple others, like the CIO, the CMO.
This is illegal.
2 weeks prior to this all happening, they sold millions of dollars worth of stocks from the bank.
Really?
That's what's weird.
Yeah.
One week earlier.
They
And
do something.
it may be
They
a
call that insider trading.
coincidence.
Not
but
a
I doubt it.
coincidence.
No,
Illegal.
not a coincidence. Agreed. No,
Yeah, I think I learned about that back in the 80s. That's insider trading.
Yeah.
they
And
knew
these are-
something.
And these are the guys who are getting bailed out.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. The stock is worthless. It's worth nothing right now.
Yeah.
You're
Right?
beating a
So
dead horse.
these guys sold millions of dollars worth 2 weeks prior.
Nothing.
It's just bizarre timing. There was stuff. I think really when they really go back and look, there was a lot of stuff missed, both by the federal government with all the regulators. Because I'm sorry, forget about the political rhetoric. Banks are
Right.
heavily regulated.
They
Screwed up somewhere. Somebody missed something in.
You're getting examined.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I think some shenanigans had to have happened, or they were aware of it.
Yeah.
They had to. How else do you explain the top people all selling their shares?
They knew something. They knew
Yeah.
something was going down.
I mean, this is what we do for a living. We're in risk management.
Yeah.
And you know ahead of time when you're getting examined. You know.
Well, you get
It's
told
going
like
down.
6-8 months in advance.
You get like drafts and
yeah.
drafts and drafts and drafts of what's going down. So
It's
what they
suspicious.
did was totally illegal.
They knew.
It had to be.
Deeply suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, how else do you explain it? I mean, it's a stupid bank that wasted tons of money. You can see coming out in the reports on nonsensical things, but yeah, I honestly had no idea how big that bank was. I mean, granted, it was tech industry specific primarily.
Well,
Tons of startups, but I had no
Well,
idea. It was
that's gonna affect our
global.
gold price too.
they've been posting for risk management jobs for months. They just can't fill the spots. But
Like I said, that could get us some gold prices too. But like I always say, if you watch gold and it really goes, like right now it's getting high, it makes me in my mind, who's making computers or anything cell phone that needs that gold? Something needs that gold for it to shoot high because somebody's buying it. It ain't just the stock market.
Well, no, there's tons. Yeah, I agree. There's tons of contributing factors. You're right, definitely.
Yep.
But I still am with all the panic because tons of stocks are going down right now.
Yeah.
Or like in treasury bonds, the bond market's really at risk right now. You would suspect, based on old school economics, gold prices to start really going up more because the dollar's fallen in value some. And it hasn't really. It moved a little, but I'm still surprised gold's not up higher.
I think
I'm just-
no, I think China and Russia are manipulating the market in gold.
Well, now China's been buying gold for the last 7 years. We all know
Right.
that. I've said it
China
1,000
and
times.
Russia want to go back to the gold standard.
Yeah.
And if they do, it's over for our banking. It's over for the US dollar. It's over.
What are you talking about? All the gold that we can actually dig up is in the national forest right now. All they gotta say is, go get it, guys.
It's off limits. You can't mine it.
Yeah.
No
But if they
public
want to run
access
with the
allowed.
gold, if they run with the gold stuff and say, okay, it's $2,000 an ounce, go get it, boys. You know what that place would look like? That's right. Back in the day when gold was first discovered, you'd have people out there with rifles. Don't come across that line.
It'll be illegal for us to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am curious. Like, say for instance, right? Some of the activity with the bank runs, that's reminiscent in the back in the day of right prior to the Great Depression. Not saying we're there, obviously, but still, and during that period, that's when we moved away from the gold standard and silver and stuff. And then of course they actually made it illegal to mine and have gold personally. Do you think that could ever happen again if really dire straits had on a global economic stage and the federal government was desperate because one, our enemies did shift to an actual gold-backed standard? And what do you think would happen?
And who's buying all the gold mines around the world?
Well, like I said, what I think stinks is, like I said, all the places you can dig gold, they're all national forests. If you laid out a map of the national forests over here in the West Coast, they all go right across the gold fields. It doesn't take a mastermind to see that. And then you look at the pipelines. Okay, we shut everything down. We're still getting oil imported. It's like, we're going to save our stuff until the last, and we're going to have it all.
Unless it's for oil.
The earth renews itself all the time. If you think oil is going to run out, I just have to say I'm surprised.
Oh, no, I don't think it's going to run out. I'm talking about restricting like they do with mining, but yeah. I mean, they did, I think, I don't know the specifics. I can't recall off the top of my head, but I guess there was another wide swath of land basically stated like a national monument protected site.
Right.
Like a lot. I don't know. I told you that. I don't know.
Well, that's like gold. That's like gold miners. They don't want gold miners to leave holes and stuff like that. But yet a lithium mine, you can't fill that back in.
Well, you can see that from outer space.
No doubt. That's what I'm saying.
Horrible.
You're not filling that back in.
Yeah, the amount of earth they moved for those mines.
Yeah.
But that's the green way. Really? To make a big giant crater in here is okay.
Need them lithium batteries.
Yeah, my soul.
I don't know. We need to either figure out how to deep sea mine or outer space mine. All right, guys. So we need to come up with some DIY mining tools.
No matter which way you go, you're fighting.
I want to see it going down 20,000 feet, in the deepest part of the ocean and mining.
I think Scott should just
see the recirculating dredges down there.
I think Scott should just strap a rocket to his back like the coyote.
I know. Well, I mean, think about it, Scott. You can maximize the use of the snorkel.
Yeah.
Right. That's only 2 minutes of air, buddy.
Yeah. Dennis,
we are still talking about that squircle.
The squircle's never going away.
It's never going to go away.
Well, I mean, you can pump air into it just like you do a pellet gun. They got pellet guns you sit there and you got to pump the same way.
I still wish you would buy
95 pounds of charge on it. I mean, come on.
I still wish you would get one and do a test video for us.
I wish I would have got the one I ordered, but I had to
it might have arrived by now. It might have.
I would have.
A couple years late, but it would have got to you.
Well, I know because all the boats are offshore.
I mean, I'm sure it's out there just under a different name, probably.
Yeah.
No, they still sell snorkels. But like I said, it would have been fun. It would have been fun for what I told Lisa for sniping. Like if you've had a snorkel and you're looking, you go down, you wave your the rocks out, and all of a sudden you cheat 3 or 4 pieces. All right, go back up, grab that. Now you can stay down for 2 minutes to grab everything you need to grab out of there.
Yeah.
And then go back up and come out.
But here's the
another
thing.
take for you.
to refill the thing with air and the canister with pressurized air was a bicycle pump.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I've seen
It was that easy.
They've got
I have no
expensive. They got expensive pellet guns that you could pump up the same way.
But that's
Like
a pellet
80
gun.
That's not something I'm
pellet gun
breathing
or
in
a
water.
Freezing it.
I don't think you're getting it, Tim.
No,
Air
you're not
pressure,
shooting
air
a-
pressure. I
Oh, I
don't think it what to do with it.
I don't know. I'm a skeptic of it because I didn't see a video from
Me
you.
too.
Now you could get it and have White Gold
got
test it
one.
for you.
I say you still get one. You need.
I don't know. Maybe we should do a fundraiser for Scott.
It's got a squircle.
Yeah.
You gotta have them on Amazon now. They can probably have it in 2 days. Dennis,
Yeah.
hey man, do you got something you was gonna share with us?
Yeah, I do. I think it's somebody's birthday coming up, isn't it?
I
Oh,
think,
yeah.
I believe Friday. I think it's
Whose birthday is it?
I think it's John Ryan's birthday's Friday.
Well, that's gonna. Let's see what I can whip up here. Let's see. Are we ready?
Got any ideas? Yeah.
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 Well, you need to spotlight him.
I will when he gets his camera back on. I can't do it
okay.
right now. Okay. All right. Give him this is the PG version, by the way.
PG version.
Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, John Ryan.
Happy birthday.
Thank you,
John.
Dennis.
Happy
Was that like
birthday.
face yoga or what was that?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just the PG version.
Oh,
Well, that's what I wanted to ask. Like, why the change up there? Only PG now. I mean,
Some people are offended by the.
people were offended. You got hate mail.
all right, all right. So next week is Shad's birthday.
Well, Shad gets the personal
I
private
want the X-rated,
messenger.
vulgar,
gotta
disgusting,
say is next
offensive
week-
Facebook banning birthday dance.
Next week, Wednesday, there's going to be a very good birthday for Shad. So all I got to say is, all you got to do is just turn your head. Special things are going to happen.
Offended.
That's almost
Yes.
scary.
If you're not crying in a shower later on, we weren't offensive enough.
So next week is whatever Wednesday.
That's right. Yeah. If you're not in a fetal position from seeing Dennis.
There,
Yes.
your warning is ahead.
Yes.
You got a week to prepare.
Pre-warned. Pre-warned. All right, let's take a quick commercial and come back with Kathleen. I think she's got some
My stories.
stories to share with us. So
Right.
we'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and and public land users on their rights. Rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com. If you're interested in gold prospecting or treasure hunting as a career, hobby, passion, or just something you're interested in getting into, you have to visit goldprospectorspace.com. At goldprospectorspace.com, you'll find forums, chats, videos, blogs, sections on dry washing, metal detecting, high banking, and so much more. At goldprospectorspace.com. There's a store, classifieds, and at goldprospectorspace.com every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time, tune in to Prospectors Radio, the talk show for gold prospectors and treasure hunters. GoldProspectorspace.com is a social network with thousands of members, and everything you need is at GoldProspectorspace.com. Sign up today and get connected to others who share your love of gold and gold prospecting. Let the treasure hunt begin at GoldProspectorspace.com. GoldProspectorspace.com.
It is time for Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. Mining news from around the globe, metal detecting, dredging, entertainment news, and fun facts as well. Here's Kathleen.
There you go.
All right. It is the Ides of March, March 15th.
Caesar.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got some stories. This one, kind of look at that.
That's fancy coin.
So, this story, a solid gold.
You all right?
I mean, you have to look at this picture. I mean, come on.
I see the.
You see the swastika?
Yes, I do see
Do you
that.
see it? Do you see it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Does it mean what the Hitler people did?
Known swastika ever known. They found this on a gold disc, and it is the oldest known reference to Odin of Valhalla. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is the Norse god of war and death.
He's much more than that.
Whatever.
Yes.
He's the All Father.
Okay. Danish archaeologists, a team, have just announced that this gold disc, which was actually discovered in 2020, is the unequivocal evidence that shows Odin, which was once the supreme god of the Nordic pagan religion. He was worshipped as early as 401, which is in the 5th century. He was predominantly worshipped by the Norse and later Viking kings. He was worshipped by warrior chieftains and all their men. And this disc that they found carries the inscription, "He is Odin's men." It is believed to refer to the figure portrayed on the disc and is an unknown king or a great man who may have had the nickname a Jaga or Jagas. There is as you can see, there's a recognizable swastika symbol on the disc.
And that just proves that somebody stole that insignia.
It's actually a sign of well-being and long life to the pagans of Northern Europe and Scandinavia. So this symbol has actually been around for a long time.
Okay.
So yeah, Hitler did steal it. The National Museum's runologist and script researcher named Lisbeth Emer, who discovered the disc along with the linguist Christer Vassau, said it is the first time in world history that Odin's name is actually mentioned, and it takes Norse mythology all the way back to the beginning of the 4th century. The disc was part of a trove of treasure discovered by an amateur metal detectorist in 2020. It is 2.2 pounds. It was actually included in the discovery of 2.2 pounds of gold medallions, which were like in the size of saucers, and some Roman coins and some jewelry. It was unearthed in the village of Vindelov, which was in central Jutland. It was dubbed the Vindelov Hoard when it was found, and historians believed it was buried more than 1,500 years ago. So that was pretty cool.
Wow.
I mean,
For
when you
reference,
look at it,
Interesting.
it's cool, but it's like,
that so-called swastika is actually the Nazis went the other way with it.
did they?
Yeah.
I don't know. So they stole it, but they tweaked it.
They altered it.
Right.
You mean they made it more famous? That's about all they went with it.
Okay.
They made it infamous. Because it was
Actually,
also a
Kathleen-
Native American symbol too.
Kathleen.
Yeah, but that came
somebody-
later.
Hey, Kathleen, somebody on YouTube wanted to ask a question about that disc. What's
Yeah.
the diameter of it?
The
What did they
disc.
say?
It did not say.
Look, it was probably about 100 feet.
No.
Okay, funny guy.
The article that I happened to research or to pull up did not say. I'm sure you can find the article somewhere else, but I think maybe it was the size of a saucer, maybe. Well, I don't know.
That's pretty damn big.
But you can
Yeah.
probably look it up. But
Holy cow.
but that was just the article that I pulled up. I'm sure there's probably more articles out there. You can probably just Google it.
You know, I gotta admit, could you imagine being back in the old days? Now you know the clothes they wore. Now where did they carry all of this change?
Well, that was a disc. That was like probably like a like a little ornamental disc. maybe?
They said it was 2.2 pounds of gold medallions the size of saucers. So think of like tea saucers.
That?
Yeah.
Huh.
Wait,
Having tea.
I mean, this
I
was
was
a
gonna
metal
say, it's
detectorist that found it.
isn't
Yeah.
that freaking big? That's for sure.
So if a metal detectorist found it, it was probably like
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
like
can you
it's a
imagine?
plate that you put a teacup on.
Freaking metal detectors.
I mean, just think, somebody probably went over the spot and like, oh, this looks like a pull tab. Moving on.
The size of saucers. So I would say anything that would fit a teacup on.
Yes. Okay.
That's still, like I said, that's still pretty. And 2 pounds, that's still pretty good.
2.2 pounds. Yeah, it's gold. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's a lot.
Yeah, pretty cool. All right, so the next story I have, which is kind of cool, it's the National Museum of Antiquities. I said it right. I've been practicing.
Nice.
In the Netherlands, has announced that a unique treasure of 1,000-year-old gold jewelry and silver coins have been found and will be public as part of a new exhibition. The hoard was found in 2021 by a metal detectorist again in Hoogwold, which is in North Holland.
Uh-huh.
The hoard consists of 4 decorated gold earring pendants in the shape of a crescent moon, along with 2 pieces of gold leaf that is fitted together, and 39 small silver coins from the medieval period. The coins
See, there's more of that change.
Yeah. The coins date from 1200 to 1248. It's indicating that the hoard was buried around the middle of the 13th century. However, the jewelry a prized heirloom collection, was already about 200 years old when it was buried with the coins. Lorenzo Ruchter, I think is the name. He's a Dutch historian and metal detectorist, discovered the hoard in 2021. He informed the regional heritage authorities about his discovery. He had to keep his discovery hidden for like 2 years while the experts of the National Museum cleaned and conserved it and investigated the hoard before they could announce this find.
Yeah, they did all their homework to make sure nobody's going to claim it.
Probably. The most
Hey, but no,
look at the stick figure on that. That looks like something Scott drew.
Yeah.
back up one picture. Back up again. Back to that picture.
That one?
Yeah. Am I mistaken? Are those like women's chest plates up top?
Those are earrings.
Those are earrings.
Those are earrings.
Well, them some really small coins.
Crescent earrings, she said.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
They're earrings.
They're big earrings.
Yeah.
Gigantic.
They're like the 80s. You know how the 80s, girls wear.
Oh, come on. They didn't weigh 2 pounds.
No, they were cheap plastic in the 80s, not solid.
No,
they weren't.
I thought they were chest plates. Holy cow, those are earrings. That's big.
So this is like close up, I think, of one of the earrings.
Oh.
Like, I mean, like, really?
That almost looks like
Freddy Krueger coming at you or something.
You know what? It looks like it's almost been done with a Dremel, but look how many times they had to peck that thing.
I know, look, you can see the little,
all the lines,
I mean,
the
see
detail.
the dots. Like I don't know, like they had to like pound it with a little hammer or whatever.
Hey, back in the day, that was like high def.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is like the 11th century.
Well, I mean, they didn't have nothing else to do.
True.
I mean, come on.
I mean, you have to look.
And that's really as best they got. That's pretty weak.
They say this is the most important part of the hoard is the intricate, the pieces that have this intricate decoration on it.
You mean the creepy man coming at you with the fro?
Hey, I could tell you one thing. Whoever did this got into the wine one night, because if you look at the left arm, it looks straight as you look at the right arm. There's one finger, it's got a curve in it, like, oh, I just went off schedule here. And look how fat the arm is, like, okay, I don't care.
Actually, okay.
I think his hand got tired.
The picture is supposed to be. He's supposed to be surrounded by sunlit rays. Is interpretation.
Maybe a death ray.
It's supposed to be interpreted as a portrait of Sol Invictus, who is the unconquered sun. They worship the sun.
So is this?
You gotta really.
This is the.
You gotta really love his legs,
archaeologists.
Yeah, I mean that's what they said. They like when they like did a close up of one of the earring pendants. They said that this was represented the sun, I guess, in I guess they worshiped the sun back then. Which
are you sure it's the sun or it's not someone's son?
No, I mean, I guess all of this stuff, but like all of this craziness is the sun's rays behind it. But that's what they said. That this is like this was like really prized. I don't know how they know that, but
it's called it's called a lie. They can really make up and tell us anything, and we'll be like, ooh, cool.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Well, you know, they say that Christianity was downplayed from something else, and I can't remember, because something with the sun. That's why we say amen, because it was the Amun Ra, and they took
the Christianity, in order to spark greater conversion, what they did was they incorporated pagan holidays and some sayings and rituals to help foster more conversion to Christianity, and that's why. If you really look at a lot of the Christian holidays and overlap them with the old pagan holidays, they all coincide. So you're probably right. There's aspects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sun was very valued. I mean, I like the sun.
I do like the sun.
I
I
get
don't.
depressed.
Yeah,
when
it was very valued unless you were in the
Freddy
desert.
Krueger jumping out at the sun at me though.
I mean, come on. Who doesn't like the sun?
I'm just saying, if you growed up in the desert and you're starving all the time, you get 13 years old, you got to go, I'm leaving this freaking place. I'm out of here. I'm going to walk. Where are you going to walk? There's a mountain over there. I'm going to go find out what that thing's all about. It's just funny.
Okay.
People starve and never wander. Isn't that kind of weird? I'd have to go look for food.
Thank you, Scott. Moving
Stop.
on.
Thank you.
Next.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for that.
Moving on.
Yes.
Another part of the horde.
Another horde?
No, this is the same horde, but this is another important part are the coins. There were 39 silver coins. They were small pennies from Holland. They're called guilders and cleaves. The Diocese of Urich in the German Empire. What? Anyway, I don't know. Textile traces discovered with the coins indicate that they were originally buried in a bag, wrapped in a bag or in a wrapped cloth. The most recent of the coins were struck in 1247 to 1248 by William II of Holland, where he was elected King of Germany after the Holy Roman Emperor Frederick II was excommunicated by Pope Innocent I think this is the fifth. Oh no, the fourth. Well, William died in 1256 in Hugwold, where the hoard was found. He and his horse were in the area fighting one of the many wars against the West Frisians, where they fell through weak ice into a frozen lake. His West Frisian adversaries were murdered. Or they murdered him before the cold lake could finish what it had begun, and they buried him beneath the floorboards of a nearby house. As a result, the hoard has enormous archaeological significance in the history of Holland as the region and the Netherlands as a whole. The hoard is on display in the museum until mid-June. You can go see it. It will go back on display in October as part of the year for the 1,000-year exhibition. So if you want to go see it, go for it.
All right.
What's really cool, because you get a close-up of these coins,
Isn't that cool?
and you could tell that they had denominations between them. Like you see two coins are the same, four coins are the same. There's one over here to the far left and one on the left in the middle that are not the same. So those look like 20 or 50s. They had denominations in the coins. And you know what's really funny? I wonder if it's about how they weighed.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to ask. I think a lot of it had to do with the weight, probably, as far as how much. But who knows? I don't know. That's a good question.
That's neat. Okay, and I was looking for the clocks behind me, by the way.
Take some.
They are gone.
Okay, my final story. This is in Ohio, actually. This is kind of funny. The Cincinnati Border Protection. I didn't know we had one.
Cincinnati, Ohio Border Patrol.
I did not know we had one of these.
You got to keep them Kentuckians out and the Indians.
Those Kentuckians and Indianians.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to say that's the first I've ever heard of this one. So this is teamwork for me already.
Well, that's only because they were coming from Lebanon.
Yep. I think so.
That's gotta be it. That's totally it.
Oh, nice.
It's totally over because you don't know how to say it.
All right.
Oh,
I had to share the story. So the Cincinnati Border Protection, they seized an undeclared amount of gold bars and nuggets worth $67,000.
Oh man.
This actually happened in the airport, so I guess it's legit. They seized a shipment containing more than $67,000 worth of gold after it was declared as clothing only valued for $125.
Huh?
So this happened in customs. You know how when you are flying and you have to declare anything if you're flying internationally, right? Or you're shipping anything or whatever.
Right.
You have to declare what you're flying in with. So they only said, hey, I only got clothes for $125, whatever. That's what happened. So at the airport, they were going through all the shipments, and after detecting, density anomalies, because they do x-ray all the stuff, the x-ray screening found 4 gold bars and a box of loose gold hidden among a bunch of clothes. And they ended up confirming that the gold was approximately 98% pure. Specialists from the Centers of Excellence and Expertise assessed the value of the shipment at approximately $67,830 worth of gold.
Where were they flying from?
They were actually shipping it from San Francisco. It was on its way to Hong Kong.
Okay.
Oh, so this was leaving the country.
Yeah, they were shipping it from the U.S. to Hong Kong,
China.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of really funny that you say it, because we already said that about China buying gold. But what's really funny is the ones that say 99999 across the top of it. I would have just drilled a hole to make it into a keychain. They wouldn't have been. Nobody would have looked for that crap through a keychain.
I know, if you have it on you like jewelry, who's
just wearing it.
Yeah.
Right. I'll be like Flavor Flav, have a necklace, got a keychain.
It's my cell phone.
Okay,
I just said it's my cell phone.
Sorry, this is a medical device.
Right.
Okay, Kathleen, what did you say the purity was that?
98%.
98%. I thought she said 89%.
Well, it's funny that it says 98% because the bar says 9999.
Right.
Somebody's a lying son of a gun.
That's it.
Well,
I know.
yeah, who knows based on wherever that was refined versus whatever brief, quick analysis that.
Well, I think they put that on there because I believe that still to this day there's nothing pure.
No,
there's nothing's really.
Somebody's like, "Oh, it's good." I'm like, "Yeah, you're an idiot."
There's always something.
Yeah, there's nothing
goes to
pure.
show that gold is leaving the United States
in creative ways.
In most creative ways, and
Well, I don't recognize any of those logos.
No, I do not.
Yeah,
either.
I don't either. Melter assays.
Melter assayer.
Unless it's like not a big refinery, but
right.
I don't.
Well,
what's that
China has purchased a lot of our gold mines.
Long?
Yeah, exactly. You're reading the same thing I am.
Yeah. Well, wait, there's a mark above it. Is it Motlong?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds a little Asian-y to me.
Right, it does, yeah.
No, that sounds.
You'd be surprised how many gold mines that China owns.
Really? They're buying up our gold mines now.
Oh, yeah, and our farms, so,
Oh, my gosh.
They want to own it all.
That's probably why they're flying the balloons.
Probably.
To check up on their gold mine.
Yeah, I know. It's like surveillance
on the farm.
Check the
they've
crops.
already acquired legally
Yeah.
because we're retarded and, say, it's cool.
Oh, it's all good.
I wonder if we'd be allowed to go over and buy their gold mines.
Oh, no.
Are you out of your freaking
In
mind?
most
You could buy a
Asian
house.
countries, you cannot own property.
You're not allowed
unless you are a citizen of their country.
Yep. That is 100% true because.
And that's what makes you suckers, Americans. Hello. You better wake up before it's too late. This has been brought to you by Swiftwater Tony and nobody else.
Hey.
So that's
moving on.
Yeah.
All right, everybody go back on camera.
Oh, that's it, Kathleen?
That is all the stories I have. So.
Oh, okay. I think Rob's got something real quick, right, Rob?
Yes.
All right, give me a second. I need to load the page up.
He's got to load it.
Good job.
Oh, we get the spotlight.
Hey.
Sit, dude. Me.
Basically, local news channels did an article about your $2 bill could actually be worth a whole lot more. And here's how to tell. And I wish I would have been able to show pictures, but
Yeah, we don't have that.
yeah, we're not as fancy as Kathleen
Shad.
But apparently your $2 bills that you had stored for years and years and you're not unsure how to use it or if it's even valuable. And so the currency holds particularly valuable, but only in certain cases. You know, according to the U.S. currency auctions, some versions of the $2 bill can fetch as much as $4,500. You know, here we got a $2 bill.
Oh, very cool.
Is it worth millions?
Is it worth 4,500?
Honey, you carry that in your wallet so luck. I didn't give it to you for nothing else.
$2 bills have been in circulation since 1862 with 6 different types created over the years, according to the Department of Treasury. For the most of their history, the $2 notes have been unpopular, viewed as unlikely, or simply awkward to use in cash exchanges. In the 1860s, there were limits on how many $1 and $2 banknotes can be issued due to fears that the widespread use of small denomination notes can cause inflation. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing adds, however, that the fortune of a bill shifted when the U.S. entered World War II. So in the early 40s, 1942, Treasury forbid the carrying of U.S. currency across the Mexican-U.S. border. To prevent this, they basically made a place like Mexico was a place of access, so a lot of agents can come and go. But only an exception with the blockades were the $2 bill. So they basically blocked 1s and 5s to keep the.
So you know where you're at right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, wouldn't it be? You know why they didn't want that? Could you try to count $50,000 in $2 bills?
So with the blockade of the $2 notes and the silver dollar notes, it was believed that not many of these have made it outside the United States. As a result, the demand for the $2 notes skyrocketed along the border. Those designs before 1928 were larger in size and featured a number of different designs. But since 1928, bills have included the standardized portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the face. There's still some subtle differences, like those between 1928 and 1976, which have the vignette of Jefferson's home on the back, which was later replaced in 1976 with the portrait of the Declaration of Independence. So, which $2 bills are most valuable? According to the auction site, the bill with in less circulation has the greater value. And in addition, older versions of the bills are consistently listed at higher prices. Bills are also, the conditions help with the value too.
Oh yeah, that's no doubt. Crumpled up or not, or yeah.
Bills issued with a brown or red seal during the 1800s are the most valuable at the moment. What, like I said earlier, fetching $4,500.
But isn't that the gold standard ones? Ain't I right when I come to that?
Yeah, the red seals.
That's the gold standard one.
Yeah.
Because silver's what the blue ones, right?
Yeah. When I was a bank teller, people used to come in and buy the $2 bills when they would come out and just like ask for all the $2 bills and just flip through them to look for the seals to see if any of them were valuable. I remember getting those.
But some more recent bills can still far fetch their initial value, some reaching from $200 to $1,000.
Wow. Jesus.
Various details like circulation, color seal, printing year are all factors to the bill plus condition. You know,
it'd be nice.
Uncirculated or circulated. Still, many are only worth $2.
Yeah. Can you imagine though? That'd be like a lottery ticket.
I thought the ones that were issued in the
15,000 for it. Okay.
I thought the ones that were issued in the 70s were worth a lot of money. That's what I had heard.
You know what's really weird? Because I think dollar bills has got to be like coins. You know, it's about where they were made, what kind of screw up was on them, and where they probably went or how they got there.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just like there's quarters out there, like the state quarters, because of a defect. I saw an article about a recent one of Wisconsin, and the side of the quarter on that has like a cow and a corn stalk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's actually two variations of defects that could get you over $1,000 to $2,000. Each has an extra leaf on the husk. One points up and one points down, and you know, it's that's worth like $2,000 on an auction. One went for a freaking quarter.
Isn't that a Nebraska quarter though?
There's several of the state ones. You can go back and look, and there's like incorrect strikes or something, screw ups, like you said, and they're highly valuable.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even realize that, honestly.
Like I have a $50 bill that was a misstrike.
Oh, cool.
Like, well, I used to be a bank teller.
Where's that at?
Yeah.
Well,
oh, she's keeping secrets now, huh?
I used to be a bank teller, and we would get the money from the Fed when we would buy it. The branch would buy it, and so you would go through it and you would count it in from the shipment, and we got this batch of 50s once, and it was, I mean, you could totally tell it was a mistake. And the Fed didn't catch it when they shipped it out, and I may have or may not have cashed a check and accidentally got money paid out to me. And
good call.
And you may or may not have never for sure shared this with your husband.
Oh, you got to check that out, Shad. That might be worth a fortune.
Yeah. Why are you keeping this from me?
I may have or may not have lost it.
It comes out she may or may not.
Oh, I think she lost it way back, it sounds like.
Bummer.
Husband number one has it.
Oh, that sucks. You probably spent it on beer.
No, I think he's holding on to that one. I know he.
Oh, okay. Oh,
spent it on beer.
Shad should
have. Oh, we got $3.
I know. I've invested the most years with this one. I deserve it.
Right.
This $50 bill.
Ask for it back. I was the bank teller.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Notice the key word was a bank teller.
That'd be a good one.
Now, good fact there, Sharon, Rob. Thank you, man.
Yes, thank you, Rob. That's cool.
Always interesting to hear that stuff.
And stuff like
crazy what's out there.
So cool.
Well, he's like, hey man, I like, dude, all right, read it. I mean, it's not a $2 bill. Yeah, read it. Come on.
Heck yeah.
Well, there was more to the article, but we kind of want to cut.
Well, yeah, we're short on time.
Yeah. Then after Rich is falling asleep.
I know. Rich just got jerking his head all the time. Like,
hey, wait a minute. We just went back an hour. He should have an extra hour in the.
No, we didn't go back.
I've been forward ever since I got home off of work.
Yeah.
We're forward, man. We've lost an hour. We're dragging here on the East
Well, that's funny. You went forward an hour, but you're 2 hours instead of 3 hours. So I don't know.
No, we're a 3 hour time difference than you now.
The clocks, we would know.
I would have had to.
I'm at 7 o'clock right now.
All right.
There's a clock right here in front.
Right.
7 o'clock.
No more clocks.
I'll put it over there.
10:09 right now. Don't forget to join us Sunday when Carlos Miner from Gold Rush Whitewater will be here with us. So be sure and tune in for that. Should be a lot of fun.
Oh,
and, I think that's it that I could think of. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We're out of here. We'll see you.
All right, go Digger.
Good night, go Digger.
Happy birthday, John Ryan.
Yeah.
John Ryan.
Happy birthday.
I want to thank you for tuning in tonight, and be sure to join us every Wednesday night right here on Prospectors Radio for our West Coast Wednesday show at 9 Eastern Standard Time. Thanks again for listening.